So the umpires are waiting. He'll be there in 30 seconds. So there goes the signal. It'll be cleared for takeoff on the one chase. So 206 is required for the USA to overhaul this 205 made by Canada. So we have Ashe. We saw an array of display of shots from him yesterday. He's on strike and he's woofs that one outside the off stump, misses. And I can tell you, Lawrence Rowe is impressed with this batter. So he has got to settle in, get a pace of the turf, and then probably, you know, put on another display of shots. But he batted beautifully yesterday. He impressed everyone here at the park yesterday. So he's accompanied by Derek at the other end. The left arm accompanies down the leg side. He's guilty of straying. So we're underway with 5 wides. Signal there by umpire Mohammed Ali. So Anand, he is the bowler. Yes, so Adman Suleiman, he is the bowler, guilty of firstly over pitching and badly lying down the leg side, and the wicket keeper had no chance to really stop it. He gloved it, but that's about all that he could have done. So 5 for no loss, and he's playing at one outside the off stump. Naughty, naughty, naughty. It was an expansive drive, but it was way outside the off stump, almost wide in my opinion. So he's a shot maker. He seems to be a shotgun, but the US is depending on him to stay there. That is Ashe. This time he's playing one around the corner. He's looking for a single. The non-striker, Derek, is not interested. Sent back. So the one hit high in the thigh. And so Adnan, he's quite pacey. He's the left armer. Walking briskly back to his mark. So the bowler, who is on screen here now, Adnan, runs in left arm. And this time he's playing outside the off stump and he's dropped. That one should have been taken. It was in the air. The batsman went after it outside the off stump. And the man on the cover point, like a goalkeeper, sending that one over the crossbar. But in cricket, you have got to take the catch. In soccer, you send it over the crossbar if you does not want the striker to get that ball to the back of the net. So first run from the bat from Akshay. He is on 1. He faced some 4 deliveries. This brings Derek into strike. For the first time, he's southpaw, sporting a yellow helmet. The wicket is played through so far, so there's no fault of any batter not to get some runs. And they should be trying to emulate Zain and Harris, who would have really displayed a good array of shots. Oh, no need for that. But no overthrows. But the fielder threatened to knock the wicket down as he thought Derek was out of his grounds. Wicketkeeper standing back. There's no slips, no leg slip. Just 2 men in the onside. So Adham's got to be outside the off stump, which he does, and he goes safely, harmlessly through to the wicketkeeper. He collects. As we come to the end of over number 1, it's 6 for no loss. In that over, we would have seen a chance being put down. And let us see if Akshay would make them pay, because he was dropped when he was on 0. But at the moment, he is on 1. We have 6 came via 5 wides when the bowler was guilty of going down the leg side. So Amweek Singh is going to be the new bowler. He's a left armer. He's going to be coming over the wicket, bowling from the southern end or the pavilion end, if you prefer that. And he'll be bowling to Akshay. And again, we'll say we were all pleased with Akshay yesterday when he really played an array of shots all around the ground. I can remember square cut. My word, that ball rocket into the fence. Outside, and this time he's pulling, and he's pulling hard, pulling well. And this has got to be the big six of the day so far. And he wastes no time in getting into the act. And I know Lawrence George Yagaro would be happy for that. And I'm certain that if they do not get this young man out, he would be really trying to display an array of shots which we know he has in his repertoire. He takes his total tally up to 7, and his total is in double figures now. Is on 12. So he had no time to watch and wait to see what the bowler Singh is doing. So I hope that Singh would not be singing for his supper. But Anand Singh. No, Amweek Singh, I beg your pardon. And again, it's outside the off stump and he's pulling. But this time, he's knocked down there by the man in the mid-on area. He's outside of the, he's just within the 30-yard circle. He's pushed back. We're still in the power play. So 8 for Akshay. And Amweek. He's guilty of back pitching there. And seems as if Akshay is going after him. But the field is changing over now for the left-hander. He's yet to get off the mark. He's faced just some 2 deliveries. So Derek is looking around the field, looking at all the fielders to make sure that they are in place. The umpires would have done that to make sure that no more than 2 men are outside of the 30-yard circle. Outside, and he's pulling well. And as we said, they're back pitching. That went to some 85 meters. So he gets off the mark with a 6. So he's following in the manner in terms of 6 hitting as Akshay. So Amweek is guilty of back pitching there. And he was clubbered already. He has been clubbered for 2 mighty 6s. And those would have been 6 on any grounds. So I don't want you to get the impression that they're playing on some 30, 40, 50-yard boundary. The boundaries are out 65 yards. And that ball fell, I guarantee you, some 15, 20 meters beyond the boundary ropes. So the score has raced up to 19. We're in the second over, just halfway through the second over, I may add. And they're chasing 206 for victory. And like we said, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty. And the USA team been skippered by Sijan Qureshi. This time he's playing outside the off stump. A lovely shot again. He's going to get runs for it. Does he have the legs to get there? Boundary? Yes, it does. He goes across the boundary ropes now. And umpire Ali sends, umpire Danny Khan sends in the signal now. 4 more added to the total. So we have consecutive boundaries, a 6 and a 4. And Amweek, he has got to get it right. He has not gotten it right. He's back pitching. Only delivery to his credit was just the one that was taken from the second delivery from Akshay. But he has got to get it up. And this he does. He gets it up and the batsman strokes it nicely off his pads. He runs out to the deep mid-wicket area. The batsman calls for a single. Takes his personal tally up to 10. Up to 11, I beg your pardon. And brings Akshay into strike. He is the right-hander. He has got 8 from 6 deliveries. So Amweek has been struck for a 6, a single, 6, 4, 1. So he has yet to bowl a dot or get a wicket. But we'll watch and wait. It's early days yet. They're chasing 206 for victory. And they have not lost a wicket as yet. This time he's stroking and they're running on the stroke. But he gets home and he gets there right on time. So we come to the end of over number 2. A good one for the US of A. The opponents being Canada, select 11. At the end of that over, they're quarter century, 25 for no loss, as opposed to Canada. When they batted, they lost a wicket in their very first over. But then that celebration was short-lived because they had to wait until the 20th over in which to have had the wicket of Zane, who was bowled on 98. But we had a good display from Harris, who ended on 89 not out. So Anand is to continue in his second over. Left arm outside the off stump and a flashing drive by Akshay. He missed. Wicketkeeper collects. A dot goes in the book. So Akshay is going after him. I don't think there's any scoreboard pressure at this time, but he's trying to make use of the power plays. But that one was well pitched up outside the off stump, and he's asking for the bowler, that is, reinforcement into the offside. So now we have a 7-2 field, 7 men in the offside and 2 in the onside. So a long on and square leg keeping company with umpire Danny Can. So the 2 men out would be the long on and the third man. Then a winger fielders on the offside. He would have given a life already. Outside the off stump, and he slashes, goes past the man at the backward point for 4. He was overpitched, full to the bat, and Akshay made no mistake. He leaned back and placed it exactly where he wanted to, and he got to the boundary in a hurry. So he goes into double figures now. He is on 13, and we call that lucky 13. And again, he has pulled out his arsenal. He has an array of shots, and he is already starting to display those. He has hit a mighty 6 already, and now he hit a boundary. So we know that the bowler is going to be targeting the offside, as the field has been set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in a row on the offside. We have backward point. We have a point, cover square, extra cover. The batsman is going after him again outside the off stump, but he's getting an inside edge that trickles to the short backward square leg. And the field changes over for the left hand. It's a left hand, right hand combination opening batsman. And again, we can emphasize how much this tournament is the first of its kind in America. And we have to give it to MAQTV Cricket Council USA for utilizing the stadium, utilizing the park. And let's not forget, there's going to be another game after this one to be followed by the presentation. And this time the batsman is turning his one around the corner. He goes into no man's land. He's going to run across the boundary board. It does now, and 4 more added to the total. So it's like a freight train here for the USA. The wicket has been playing good. The outfield has been lightning fast. We're into the 30s. We're 34 for no loss. And Derek is on 15. Akshay is on 14. So they're going toe-to-toe. Derek is on 15 from 6 deliveries. And Akshay is on 14 from 10 deliveries. This time it's one pitching and going down the leg side, and the batsman tried to tuck it around the corner. There's a lot of open spaces on the onside. It's a 7-2 field, so the bowler is a naughty, guilty of straying into the pads of Derek. So we've been having feeling changing here. The onside has been reinforced because he's not keeping the line as the skipper would have wanted outside the off stump. So we have got a third man now been placed in the onside. Long leg comes into play, short square leg, and a mid on. So Adnan, one's in open chest, and this time the batsman is playing it out to mid off, and the fielder goes tumbling. I hope he is okay. May have lost his footing there for a brief moment. He's up and running. He's okay. So as we come to the end of over number 3, it's 35 for no loss, chasing a total of 206 for victory. That's been made by the Canada Elect 11 Select. So we're going to be having a bowling change from the southern end. From the look of things, he's going to be bowling some medium paces. He's marked out his one, sporting the number 14 on his jersey. Yes, so this is Zain. We would have seen his display in the baton. He would have made 98. Very unfortunate for himself and Canada for being bowled for 98. But he's going to show what he can do with the ball. He's come on first change, and all eyes are on him. We would have seen what he can do with the bat. Now the folks out there, the television viewers, are going to be seeing what he can do with the 5.5-ounce white leather. So he'll be bowling to the left-handed Derek. And Derek is pulling, but he's not timing it well. So good, nice back of the length there. He was into the body of Derek. He gets 1 for his effort, takes his personal tally onto 17, and the total onto 36 for no loss. So we're having a changeover because it's a left hand, right hand combination. So Akshay, this time he's standing tall. That one is taken high on the thigh, and he's rubbing vigorously on the thigh. He may have caught him and shocked him in an awkward area there. He was not interested in the run. There may have been a quick single as in leg by, but he was more concerned about the stung that he got from that delivery. So Zain has come on and has put the lid on things so far. Just one run coming from his first delivery and a dot into the book with the second delivery. Former under 19 Canadian player would have been on the world stage. He's over pitching, and this one is peeling off the outer edge, but there's a third man in place who effects the stop and limits the batsman to 1. But that was an expansive drive again there by the young man, Akshay. He moves up by 1. He goes on to 15, and the total on to 37. Again, the sun is with us. It's going to just be a day affair. We're not going to be going into the night. By 4 o'clock, I think all the proceedings would have been over in this park. So if you're planning on coming to the park, or you're planning on viewing online, we are asking you to tune in now. So it's a wide signal there by the umpire. So Zain guilty of going down the leg side to the left-hander. It would have been a perfect delivery for the right-hander, but the left-hand, right-hand combination has caused them to stray down the leg side, and it's called and signaled wide. So 2 more goes added to the total, goes up to 38. Yes. Well, we having 4 runs here. Been signaled here by umpire Danny Can. And Derek continues to put that willow to the leather. They're trying to get to 206 for victory. And they say New York would have been walked away with the trophy. They're gonna be declared a victory of this tournament. We would have seen the match played yesterday, the last one, where they really held nerve. So Derek again a strike, and he's hitting high and hard. 1 bounce over the rope for 4. So he stands and holds for the pose. So Zane has been coming in for a little bit of sticks there, and the score goes into the 40s. It's on 42 for no loss, and Derek goes up to man's age. He can buy a liquor. He is on 21. So we're gonna have a change of angle as Zane has elected to go around the wicket. And he's bowling a full toss, and he's getting it to, ooh! And there are overthrows here as the man from the extra cover had a shy at the non-striker's end, and 2 runs coming from that over. So the trophies that are going to be on display, you can see it here online for your viewing. And we have some the winner and the runners-up trophy, and then we have some individual prizes. So all of some 7 individual trophies, and the 2 main trophies will be in display. So we have some 9 trophies to be given out this afternoon in the ceremony. That would be proceeding after the second match. So we wanted to get on your telephones and invite some friends over. Let them know anytime around 3, just after 3 o'clock, we'll be having the presentation here at the Central Board Regional Park. So trophies, lovely trophies are on display. And we're going to be back to live action in a minute. This time the batsman is playing outside the off stump. They run into a quick single. Gets it in the end. So Anand he's in his 3rd over. He has so far bowled 2 overs for 17 runs. So that was touch and go with that single, but they've got to get to 206 in order to win this match. It's a Canadian Select 11 versus the USA Select 11. So Adnan, he's bowling left-armers from the far end. And he's coming to bowl to the hard-hitting Derek. And the one is straying down the leg side, and Derek missed out on that one. And he goes to be called and signaled wide there by umpire Ali. Takes the total on to 46 for no loss. So Adnan, he's been going at it. So he's bowling 3 overs on the trot. So he did get some willow on that because there's no signal coming in from the umpire. So 1 to Derek, he goes up to 24. And that brings Akshay on strike. So Adnan, he's prepared to bowl, continue to be bowling over the wicket to the right-hander. And it's a slow delivery, good delivery. And Akshay, first thought was to go after him, but that one was slow. Good thinking there by the bowler. The wicketkeeper standing back. Sometimes those slow deliveries that rolls along after he would have passed are difficult to take, but he effected the stop, and a dot goes into the scorebook. So good over so far. 3 runs coming from it, 2 from the bat and 1 via the wide. This time he's stroking this one nicely, but can't get it past the man in the extra cover region who made a good stop there, a good save, because once he would have passed him, they would have probably gotten 2 or 3 runs there. So nice tidy over being bowled here by Adnan. He's just given up some 4 runs in it so far. But it brings Derek into strike. He is on 24. The score is on 48 for no loss. Just 2 legal deliveries left in this over. So the batsman is driving. He goes out to a wide long off. The batsman ambles through for a single. Score goes up by 1 to 49 for no loss. Akshay comes into strike. He's on 17. Derek is on 25. Quarter of a century. And earlier we would have watched a good display of batting between Harris and Zain. They did not get to the 100, but they were easy on the eyes. The good sight to behold, to look at these youngsters putting out their array of shots. This time he's playing, he's looking for a single. The non-striker is not interested. Quite rightly sends him back. As we come to the end of over number 5. So the latest score here at the Central Broward Regional Park, it's 49 for no loss. Derek is on 25, Akshay is on 17.
Not the team that's playing, right?
Yeah, this team that's playing, you know.
U.S. National?
Yeah.
Which one is the one in the blue?
Yeah, US.
Down. He wants of each one of the players, just like the 2 seconds.
No, not together.
No, it can't be out.
That's what he said. He said each player.
Listen, man, you don't know what you're talking about.
That's what he said. Wow.
You gotta be honest, man.
No, so we'll be doing a few interviews, and we'll probably get the coach, the gentleman right here, beneath us, beneath the box. And this is a lovely shot there being played here by Derek. He goes all the way. He knew it was 4. He didn't even attempt to run. And that's the 50 comes up for the national USA team. And Derek goes on to 29. He has faced some 15 deliveries. And Akshay is on 17. So a partnership of 53.
Fix your shot, bro. Your batsman shot is what? No, what is your batsman shot, bro? Go in tighter. Get him on the left of your screen, bro.
So his cricket, lovely cricket here at the Broward, Central Broward Regional Park. And the wicketkeeper is going to be standing up. He is called for the helmet. Apparently trying to keep the batsman in check. The umpire is asking the players on the edge of the boundary here to stay down, and well, he has moved. This one was played back to the bowler, and who knocks it down. But in the meantime, Derek could have earned himself a single. And the score goes up by 1 to 54. So they're chasing 206. Those are the runs required. That one was over pitch, but the batsman was trying to hit it straight back past him, but he could only get it as far as the bowler. It was not timed at all. He was playing a forcing shot. So Akshay settles in. This time he's playing an on drive, and he's getting 1 for his effort as the ball runs out to the wide mid-on. 1 more to the total. He goes up by 1 to 55. And Akshay takes his tally to 18, which brings the hard-hitting Derek, who is on 30 from some 16 deliveries. He comes on strike. We call that in baseball a swing and a miss. I don't want to get turned on, so don't. I don't want to get turned on. I'm going to clear my shirt. So the first wicket goes. There goes Derek. He was slashing at one outside the off stump, and the man in the fly slip takes a simple catch. So the first wicket goes down, and a good partnership of 55 come to an end, and Derek would have done well for himself. I think he would have made some 30 runs. So he has set the platform for the run chase, and I'm sure he's going to be getting a good round of applause from his teammates. Who's the new batsman?
I don't know yet. Hold on.
Harry. Oh, that's the one
No.
back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got-
He
you got-
number 14. He took the catch.
Because he is the new batsman.
I know.
No, no,
hold
no.
on.
We're trying to get the feel of the catch. Correct. shot, right?
So Sunil is the new batter who would have replaced Derek. So Akshay plays that one outside the off stump and makes no connection. The ball goes through to the wicket keeper, who is standing up. So Sunil Kumar is the non-striker. And again, they're trying to overhaul a total of 206. He comes after him. He plays it away from the man in the cover region, but there's a cover sweeper. And in the meantime, they're getting 2 runs here. The non-striker would have settled for 1, but it was always thrown the card as far as Akshay was concerned. He takes his total tally into the 20s. He's on 20. And the national team is on 57 for 1. And he's coming after him, and he's allowed appeal and not out. His feet was firmly anchored back there, which we will be seeing on the replay here. But it was a smart piece of stumping there, but we'll see it. Here it comes on your screen. Batsman chips out, and he pushes his foot right back in time. By the time the ball would have taken cleanly by the wicket keeper, and he tried to effect the stumping, he would have got his right leg firmly behind the popping crease. So good decision there by umpire Danikan. Oh, this one is making some height. He was quicker. And the batsman negotiated well as he climbed on him. That one was about some 80 meters or so. 80, I can tell you. That was 80 miles an hour there, I can tell you. There was a quicker one. The batsman negotiated well. In the meantime, they would have crossed for single. So Akshay now goes up to 21 from 22 deliveries. The folks are here to see him also. This time he's playing a lovely on drive here to get off the mark. Sunil Kumar. So he goes off the mark with 1, stays on 1, and brings back Akshay into strike. So the bowler is Dejra, and he's bowling his right arm leggies. And we're going to be preparing to do some interviews downstairs shortly, so we're going to have a few folks standing by, and you're going to be live on MAQTV.com. The batsman is playing this one. They're running 1 fast. They're going to be getting 2 easy runs here, as the man down on the long off position was all the way on the boundary. As we come to the end of over number 7, the latest score here, chasing 206 for victory. The national team is 62 for the loss of 1 wicket. Akshay, he is on 23, and Sunil Kumar, he is on 1. So we're having a bowling change from the southern end. Play sporting the number 8 jersey. Vaughan. This time it's a full toss, and it's worked away in the onside. They're running the first one fast, but they're thinking about 2. It's going to be touch and go, but they made it good. It was a weak throw coming in there from the deep. Not sure. He probably could have relayed it to the mid-on. But Sunil gets 2 for his effort. It was a full delivery on about leg stump, but there are 2 men in the deep, so he played it with all the caution in the world. Down the leg side, and he's guilty of not directing that one into the stumps or outside the off stump, so it's going to be called wide, which is signaled there by umpire Danny Can. So 65 for the loss of 1 wicket. In the air, but I think he's going to fall safely. No, it was a good catch. The fielder takes this one over his head. He never gave up on it. And from our advantage point here, the ball was always going away from him because he was walking in with the bowler and he had to turn. And the ball, like I said, was always going away from him and into the sun as well. The sun is coming from the east and he stayed the course. He never gave up on it. And that's what you call an effort catch. And it was all the catcher's wicket. And we're having a replay on this now for you viewers out there. Here he comes. Batsman is turning it in the air. He goes in the air. He looks up. And here comes the fielder. He's running away. He's running away from him. He's giving it all his worth. And he catches up with it and he takes it. Good work, cameraman. I can tell you. That was real super work there. And that's going to be one for the highlights. I can tell you that. That's a great job there by the cameraman. I have to give it to them. There's not too many people who follows the ball would always catch it. So like we say, we're going to be standing by to do a few interviews.
What's going to happen is, ideally, they're not going to happen all at the same time. So they're going to line them up, they're going to wait. We have a good action, if you're going to get out, they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But I need him to say, look, camera 1 will stay on, you know what I mean? Stay on him. You communicate with him, he's ready for the interview, and then we'll break back and forth and do bowl, bowl. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
You're not missing any part of the action as you're viewing streaming on live on MAQTV. And like we say, we're going to be interviewing the national team individually, so we're going to ask them to get their thoughts together. And it's bowled him. It was a slow delivery, and he was down on his haunches, and he was playing right across that one. And he was outfoxed there. Definitely outfoxed. So actually was outfoxed there, and we're having an instant replay, and you're going to see how he was fooled by the slow. He was long into the shot, and the ball is not there. And look at that. And how delighted is the bowler. Yes, you would have thought that he would have won the Florida lottery. That's a prize wicket to get, because yesterday that young man pulled out an array of shots around the ground here and caught the eyes of the selector, Lawrence Yagaro, and I can tell you, he jotted his name down and said he has got to be one of the national members for today. But he was outfoxed, and you have to give all the credit in the world to the bowler. It was a slow delivery, and he came back all the way taking that lonely walk, probably a little bit disappointed that he did not really carry on. He had a start. He made some 29 runs. He did get a start, and he was not able to carry on. So 2 wickets has fallen, and the spinners are doing it now. And this time the batsman plays and misses outside the off stump. So there is 4 late cut then being played there by the batsman, and the new batsman, his name is Sadish. So he gets 4 from his first delivery. So he's off the mark right away, and the total goes up to 82 for the loss of 3 wickets. Remember, they're chasing a total of 206 for victory. And again, we're going to be doing some interviews downstairs with the national team, and we're going to be doing it in between overs, in between balls. So we just want everyone to be on the ready. And you're going to see a lady going to be directing you shortly. I'm just giving you the heads up. That way, you'll be live on TV. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a chance to text some of your friends, family members, and let them know that you're going to be on MAQTV, where they can see you and hear you in your interview. It's going to be short. You're not going to be put under any pressure. You're just going to be probably saying where you're from and which team you represent in your hometown. So it's not going to be any hard questions. So no need to be camera shy or anything. And this can be for the national team. There is a louder please. How is that? But not out, says umpire Ali. So shortly we're going to be having a few interviews. So we're going to ask you folks to tell your family members to tune into MAQTV, and they will be able to see and hear you live on screen. It's going to be simple questions. Your name, where you're from, how you're enjoying South Florida, how do you enjoy the cricket. So we're going to be doing that between overs. So remember, we are at 83 for the wickets over. Then the batsman plays to mid-on. It was yes, no, but good fielding there. And that goes into the book. And we have with us here Qureshi, and you'll be looking into the camera there. You're the captain of the national team. We just want you to tell the folks where you are from here in South Florida, and we're going to be doing this between overs, so there's a wide delivery there. For those of you who are viewing on screen, keep on going on. So I'll get the cue from the main cameraman here, and we'll start that interview whenever he's ready. So we're waiting for the upstairs signal. But in the meantime, batsman is swinging at one down the leg side, and he missed, and the straight arm of umpire Danikan signals are wide, and the score goes up to 85 for the loss of some 3 wickets. They're chasing a total of 206. Those are the runs required for victory. Some 2